Day 171. Hello, it is I, Dr. Brian the Orgon 111, and welcome back to Blueprints. Let's see, our Blessing of the Monk has expired, and so getting a shrine could be good. Getting the schoolhouse could also be good, because I think I've gotten all the blue memos except it's probably the case that classrooms 2 through 9 might have their own blue memos. And so I was thinking that trying to draw the classrooms, it'll probably take like 3 days of classroom farming in order to make it happen. I could probably get a cloister or a courtyard if I take a green room. And those are good in terms of doors and things. So let's just run with that here at the start. Courtyard, yeah, that's fine. I could have also saved myself the gem and taken the electric eel aquarium to get the T-shaped room, but this is what I chose to do on a whim. I was also thinking about other outdoor rooms. It occurs to me the lavatory is a room that has never had a purpose, and an outdoor lavatory would be like an outhouse, and it would just be funny. And so I could totally see the game doing something with that. I will go ahead and take security, even though it's going to cost me the gem. And I'm going to quickly... I don't have a key card, so I'm going to set up the key card system and log in and start up a lab experiment. So we are low and unlocked. And then I am going to log in. And none of these are particularly impressive. I'm going to take this one that adds money to my allowance, because why not? And now I've got a little bit of a gem problem, so if someone doesn't mind handing me a trophy room, that would be pretty great. I guess I could take a parlor as well, which has a fireplace, so my allowance just got raised. And these have started getting more difficult. I guess we haven't done them in a while. Let's do one together. So I just need to find one that's all true or all false. Statement true. The above statement is false. Okay, this statement is true. The above statement is false So, could these both be false? No, so this one is out. So one of these has to be all true and one of these has to be all false. So if this were all true, then the gems would be here. Could this be all false? Yes. So this should be the answer. And we should get our 3 gems. And we can move on. There's my trophy room. It's going to take away an elbow that I need, but I really need the gems. So... oh, and this room has a fireplace, of course. So I'm going to grab these. Let's go... I was hoping to get some dice. I guess I'll take one more stab from the entrance hall, but I want to draft the outdoor room and see kind of like what I should be planning on doing for the day. So let's go get some information. But based on the layout so far, I think I don't mind knowing a couple more rooms over here. I've got a bedroom already, so that would be worth a couple of keys, but it'll get me somewhere I've already been, so the pantry would actually be better, probably. And then I will grab that stuff in a moment. Over here, I guess I'll just have the hallway, but we'll go and actually walk through those rooms in a short bit. And we didn't get the shrine or the schoolhouse. Hovel I definitely don't want. Chapel we already saw at the end of the previous episode, so I guess we'll take the trading post. And right now I just have a sledgehammer, so I don't really think I want to try to trade that for anything. It can at least open some trunks if we encounter the pool, for example. Yoink, the key out of the hallway. And treasure trove. I am still trying to farm treasure trove memos. That's another thing on my list. So, like, there's still a bunch of things on my list. But that is one of them. Let me grab all this gold. So we have a pink sun. And so I'll open this up. to discover. I mean dreams in Arajan. Okay, that was one of the words I was missing in 2 instances. Let me go ahead and pull up my notes about Lady Clara's note at the tomb. Forget your dream to the north is one of the things she says. So you're not of House Sinclair, you're not of House Epson. Forget your dream to the north. Your name is Jayari. You're a royal. Your future is to the south, away from Fen. Your dream, Jor Ovo, which would be like word something away or something. Still not sure exactly what that is. So yeah, there's Joro and Jora as well as just Jor. And I'm not sure what's going on with that. And I still don't know what ODD or DDO means. So there's still a couple words I don't have here, but I appreciate that having drafted this like 39 times or whatever, it's like still giving me useful information. So that's great. That said, yeah, I think at this point I have just a bit of grinding to do, so I'll be back. I figure it's been a while since we have looked at the statistics, and so day 171, 113 hours, average day is 40 minutes, etc., etc., etc. Oh man, yeah, I often just like walk right past the parlors after I've been through the trophy room and have a bunch of gems already. But I also fail to solve them sometimes, too. It's a lot of money to freeze. I don't really need to freeze it, though. You know what? Casino. I have plenty of money, so let's wager 100 and see if anything good happens. I don't even know. Let's see. There's an allowance token thing. There's plus a bunch of resources. There's keys and gems. There we go. 4 keys and 4 gems. Alright, that's fine. Whatever. Really don't have any interest in this room at all. Not my thing. Oh, right. This is the first time I've had the pawn thing. I just reached rank 8. You may now promote. And I'm still working on observatory stars, and so I think I will take the Mantle of the Knight to add the armory to the draft pool today. And I did manage to get a key card out of the break room, ironically, by doing the puzzle. And this is a great time to lose half my steps. From the point of view of I'm not losing that many. Like, the run might be over pretty soon, actually. But that's okay with me. But maybe we'll dig up some food or find the kitchen or something. Here's the observatory, which is one of the reasons I'm continuing this run, is to continue grinding observatory stars. And here's the armory, which is another chance to... Oh, and it's got a fireplace in it, right. Grind stars. That'll give us another star tomorrow morning. And then I always buy this, but I don't think there's anything I'm going to need it for. Like, the advantage of having the huge allowance that I have, plus hitting the treasure trove, is just like, I don't even have to think about it. It's just like, you see a shop, you just buy everything. And I just got the farmer apple thingy from the observatory, which means all of these are going to be super duper tasty, and I have a salt shaker, and so guess what? Even without dinner, my step problem is solved. Hooray! Alright, for my final room, I am drafting the bunk room, because Lady Clara, in her diary, said that after sleeping here, she found a rose on the tomb, in the tomb or something. I don't remember exactly the details, but I'm going to choose to call it a day here. Oh, I filled out the entire house, although I didn't go into the antechamber in the room 46, but that's kind of cool. That was a garden shopping center. And so my vague impression is that we will get the tomb as one of the 3 possibilities today. And then there might be something in there. So I'm curious to see how that works, so I'm gonna go make a wish and head over there. The tomb did not appear, but I did get Schoolhouse today, so that pretty much tells me how today's gonna have to go. There's a handle here. Broken lever. I haven't been in here in a while, but I think the times that we have been here, we've looked thoroughly enough. So let's see if I can get any of classrooms 2 through 9 on rank 8. Okay, here is classroom grade 4 on rank 8. This is one of the best ones to get. Oh, I've reached rank 8, by the way. Let's take the night again, because I'm still trying to farm observatory stars. Alright, I've got the mantle of the night. Apples trigger my lab experiment, which puts chess at the front room. I did want to revisit these things, but let's go looking for our blue memo first, because perhaps it'll tell me something important about those things in the front of the classroom. And also, the music in here. I guess is it classroom-related music? It's been a while. Got a lot of tunes in this game that seem to feature an electric bassoon. I see it. One of the 3 major expeditions to the South Key. Of the 3 major expeditions to the South Key, which is pictured on the bottom right of our screen, only one party returned. The cartographers among them conducted a cautious survey of the coastline, but refrained from making landfall. I do not know how to interpret this information. But here is the South Key. It is, I guess, like the 8th unknown continent, because there's 7 major continents. There's 3 pictured here, and there's 4 pictured here. Well, I don't know, they're continents. They're like countries. And then down here there's the South Key, which is suggested to be on the South Pole in the South Sea. Actually, Seja is like final sea. But it's not pictured here. But it is pictured here, and so this appears to be kind of a South Pole thing. And so apparently no one's ever gone there and returned safely, is the gist of what I just got from that note. I don't have a magnifying glass. Down here in the bottom right is the Sacred Circle. And so there's a bunch of numbers. There's 46 with Rote and Tor. There's arrows going around this way, and there's a bunch of numbers on 8 like stones around the center, which remind me of one of the bird baths. And then there's the little things carving out 8 degrees. This is one major piece of information that definitely seems like it's part of a puzzle that I've not even figured out what the puzzle is. So I am curious about that. In terms of other things that I'm still curious about on these things, like a lot of the art, like these guys carrying the boxes, it looks like there's 6 of them. They look kind of like the parlor boxes. They look a little bit like the cursed coffers or whatever. Here is some kind of like mountain with a few different stops going up to a mountaintop, where we could imagine that we see a flag that you might hear the wind blowing, but the flag doesn't move because it's on a map. I don't know. Here are some Kororika hearts that seem to be changing colors, which is akin to what happens to the Morajai orange puzzle pieces. When they get surrounded by other colors, they change colors. Over here, I'm not sure. I feel like I've seen these 2 towers next to the tree, possibly somewhere else. And this seems to be like Morajai fruits that are over here. But I'm not sure exactly what's happening over there. And then up in the upper right is like a map of the stars and planets or whatever. Then over on this guy, down here, here's the 5 planets. There is small Earth. There is Earth. There is red Earth. There is Vea, who is also the angel carrying the hoe, and then there is Dowager, which is final day. Saturday is the last day of the week. The outer circle, we got like people looking through whatchamadoodle. We got is eclipse and ineclipse, which appear to be the C-shaped eclipse and the inverse of that, north and south. Devoted and rogue, but I'm still kind of unclear which is which. There's Vea, the hoe angel, and there is the paragon of Ash, Arinda. This appears to be, it's industrial, so it's probably something from Arch Aries, although it could just be like Arindia in general. The Three of Tides, the Arindian king, breaking up the kingdom to the three children. There's the Isles of the the West Sea, right here, that I don't know much about. They are featured on the big map on the right over here. And then up here, the devoted circle shows the moon going around the planet, and then the rogue moon, like, going around the other moon and, like, causing all these daily eclipses or something, maybe. And then the Seeker of Signs. Here are the 7, this is from Third Era, so this is before Fen conquered Arinda, and so there is no pentagon for Fen Aries, but the other 7 continents are all featured here. And then there's a bunch of people over here, like some like tribal-looking people and some other kinds of people, and I'm not sure exactly which people or what. I guess since these people are looking through a telescope and they're studied, this is probably Cora Rica, the academic people. This, I guess, is the history of Arinda. And then I forgot, over the top of this map, there's this woman who is chained on one side to a bat and to another side to some kind of like eagle or something. And there's like broken pyramids on top. And there was the Alzara prophecy with the white cat that was chained to the flag, a black cat chained to the red flag. This is another example of like chains or binding. Or sphere, or is east. Et sphere over here. Or is west and et is east. And yeah, I know kind of like all the Arajan words to translate everything that's written on these maps. So that part is cool. Okay. And let me read this one more time. Only one party returned, so someone did return. But they didn't actually make landfall. And so, when we're looking at this, there is a sea route that comes from Cora Rica. So it was academics who came down to study this island at some point. But that's all that we know of it, and the infinity symbol can mean unknown. And so this is like the unknown continent. Alright. Well, I got some information of a sort. Perhaps we'll be able to draft another classroom right here. In fact, we almost certainly will, because I have many, many rerolls. 6 redraws, thanks to the classroom pencils. So let's get another one. Classroom 5. I don't remember what happens in grade 5. Let's find out together. And let's also go, it appears to be art class. And one of the final exam questions is which painting does not appear in this room. And so, future video editing, Brian, I'm showing all the paintings that do appear in this room. Try to remember to go back and look at the 4 multiple choice answers that you could have answered for the one that doesn't appear on the final exam and pick it out so that next time I take the final exam I will know the answer. But I think I've witnessed all the art in here. I don't see any extra objects on the desk, so I'm just looking for a memo, and I found it. The illustrations in The Red Prince and Swimbird were made by Marian Marigold herself. So she's not only an author, but also an artiste. Fair enough. Okay, I wish to not get a classroom now, but I do want the redraws, so I'm going to draw from this room. I just used my last key, which could be a problem, but perhaps the commissary will help me out and give me some keys to purchase. So I will take this. And there are keys, indeed. And we can buy more gems. And a compass. And more gems. Because we don't think about what we're buying, we just buy out the entire store. It's the right thing to do. Over here, I don't want the classroom, so I guess I will just take the library, because I want to get the classrooms in rank 8. Yeah, and the library here is fine, I think. It's going to give us rare rooms. It's going to give us rare rooms. Is a classroom count as a rare room? I still have a bunch of them in the pool, so maybe it'll work out okay. I'm not sure exactly. Well, I didn't get a classroom, but observatory is fine with me. I'm still trying to farm my stars. So I'll take the observatory for now. When I get up to 199 or 200, I will actually inspect the spiral of stars once again. I did count, and it's only added, like, I forget, like 20 words or something to its text over like 70 stars or something. I counted it like 2 different points. I don't remember exactly. In any case, got some more keys. And, I was really hoping to get some more classrooms here. And I'm not desperate for the dining room. I don't like spending observatory stars, but I think it's highly likely we'll get another classroom. I was wrong. How many am I willing to spend? 2 sounds good. Okay, here's another classroom. So, grade 6. Apparently there's a treasure map. I thought I saw a prompt come up. Although, maybe I'm wrong. There's a delicious apple. Our experiment is successful. Oh, it was next slide is the prompt that I saw. Okay. And so you'll recall that we have the reds and the blacks who are fighting. The reds end up victorious, although they take heavy casualties. This one, I guess this is the coronation of... I don't remember if Learson was the first Red King. I have to look back at my notes. But I think that's the coronation of whoever becomes the first king of Grand Fen. And then this is the destruction of the railroads. And this is the coronation ceremony. There's dirigibles from Nuance, who allied with them in the fighting. Arcaries did as well. And over here, I guess I can't click on this. I guess this is the Royal Angel again here. There's fireworks in the sky that also look somewhat like the gems in the gemstone cavern. There's lots of dressy people going up to, I guess, the Capitol and flags. Next slide. I think that might be the last slide. Yeah, then it cycles around. Okay, so we need to find a blue memo in here. Aha, the blue memo is on one of the seats. The third king of Arindia was the last in the line of Horus. Okay. I'm not sure if that's interesting to me or not, but I will definitely be putting that in my notes. And then from here, I would be drafting into the 9th rank. So I want to just try to hold on to some keys and turn the corner and get one more classroom, ideally. This will help me hold on to keys. I do have the whatchadoodle. This thing, keycard. Words. I love the conservatory, so we're going to take that again. Got it last time and didn't show it on camera, I think, and didn't change any of my rarities or probabilities or whatever. Here's a key. That's exactly what I need. Great. Great Hall, unusual. That's fair. Observatory is standard. Also fair. I don't want it too common because I want to get it in higher ranks probably to get more utility out of it with the current constellation. And mailroom I have as unusual. And honestly, I don't know that I need to come back to the mailroom like ever. So I'm going to actually bump it up to rare. I think that'll be fine. All right. I don't have enough dead ends that are very common, and so I end up kind of wasting elbows in the early portions of the... I need to find a good dead end to make more common. But that's for me to figure out. Classroom, 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 no classroom. Boo! I am going to redraw. I have fewer classrooms left in the pool now. I'm spending my observatory stars that I've worked so hard to get. I will spend one more. Oh, I should have gotten the study earlier. That's kind of my bad. And then is there anything else I want to get? I feel so bad wasting these stars. Yeah, okay. That's as much as I'm willing to do. I guess if I got a chance to take the classroom exam again, I would. So while I'm just drafting rooms, why not? Also, there's a treasure map somewhere here, apparently. And I do have a shovel. I don't know that treasures actually contain keys, which is kind of the thing that I need. Also, where do I dig? Right here. These poor students gonna come to class and discover the floor's all dug up. It's gonna be awful. Coffers. We got money, money, and more money. Probably 40? Yeah. Alright, fair enough. And I guess I didn't dig up this floor that badly. Well, for once, I ran out of keys. It was bound to happen eventually. So, I'm gonna call it a day in the break room. And I got the shrine again today, so I will do the Blessing the Monk one more time. Because I am really interested to try both the lavatory as an outdoor room and the Lost and Found. Both of those I think might have something interesting going on. Just my own speculations. After that, I think I might actually be out of any good ideas in terms of things to put in the outdoor room. Find any secrets? Treasure Trove, White Flames. What do we got today? A secret door lies hidden in the red house. And so green handwritten are always false, as I recall, so we can just ignore that. Or is it false because a secret door lies hidden in a blue house or something like that? I missed this magnifying glass. How silly of me. I don't know that it's intentional, but Bridget, this was a clue that it was like buried beside West Bridge or something. It's also interesting that it's Bridget Bridge TTE, and TTE is the opposite verse of ETT, which is east. Admittedly, the Eurasian word for west is ORR, but having it be backwards version of east at the end of the word also would kind of mean west, and so it's almost like it's kind of a pun going on there, which I find clever. This feels like a redraw. And I actually really want the boudoir because I just want to make sure I get it because I have an experiment going where apples are worth observatory stars, and so this will get me from 185 to 188. Well, sadly I didn't have much else to show for the rest of that day, but we had an architect shopping center, and that's going to be where I call it a day. I hope, as always, that you all are having a great day, and I will see you again soon for more blueprints. For now, bye-bye.